Did you know that God not only has a great plan for humanity, but a special part in it for you to play? The Bible tells us about it. In this series, we're giving an overview of the message of the 66 books of the Bible in 4 words: creation, fall, redemption, restoration. Today we conclude by considering what our part is in God's story. And our part is this: to serve God all the days of our lives down here in accordance with what He has written in the Bible. One day, Jesus was talking with a Jewish teacher, and he asked him how he'd summarize the laws written about in the Bible. The man replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus complimented the man, but then the man wanted to justify some of his selfish actions. So he asked, "Well, who is my neighbor?" Jesus went on to tell the parable of the Good Samaritan. The Samaritans were a race of people that the Jews despised. In this story, Jesus turned a Samaritan into the good guy. There was a beaten up man lying beside the road, and while everyone else walked past, too busy, the Samaritan stopped. And that's what God wants us to be like. You see, while God's big plan is to restore our relationship with Himself, once we know His love, He wants us to share it. He wants us to help others by caring for the poor, helping protect the weak. It's about justice, kindness, and compassion. But this kind of selfless living isn't easy. Firstly, we're all already busy. We need to make money, we're enjoying our lives. We don't often have time for beaten up people beside the road. But if we did decide to help, the fact is the needs of this planet are so great, we're often lost as to where to start. The story is told of an elderly man. He was walking down a beach covered in thousands of dying starfish. He was picking them up and throwing them back into the sea. A young boy came along and said, "Excuse me, mister, what's the point of throwing them back? There's too many." To which the elderly man replied, "True, I may not be able to help them all, but it matters to this one." And with that, he threw another starfish back into the sea. The point is simple. While we all have busy lives and the needs around us are overwhelming, God wants us to have the courage to start helping people where we are anyway. Jesus was criticized for being a friend of sinners and corrupt tax collectors. But He said, it's not the healthy who need a doctor, it's the sick. Following Jesus involves being willing to stop living for our own pleasures and possessions, to start noticing the needs of others so we can meet them. How are we to sustain this kind of focus and lifestyle? Well, the answer is this: we need to read the Bible, because God speaks to us and strengthens us through it. The only way we're ever going to live differently to the world around us is if we're focused on Jesus' teachings, so that their voice is louder in our minds than our desire for all these other things. Christians have been known through history as the people of the book. This book is our guide, it's our map for life. It shows us God's perspective, and as we read it, God helps us to live it. So creation, fall, redemption, restoration. It's the overarching message of the Bible, and it's a message of incomparable hope. Our planet is infected with a disease called sin, and it produces untold suffering. But God has a good plan, and He's calling us to be part of it. What is our part? It is to serve God all the days of our lives, wherever we are here on earth, in accordance with what is written in the Bible. So why not start reading this book? A chapter a day, and you'll finish the Bible every 4 years. With 4 chapters a day, you'll be finishing the Bible once a year. And if you read it with a heart that desires to know God better, He will speak to your heart. Jesus said, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened." Start reading the Bible today. We are the people of the book. God will speak to your heart through it. I hope this series has helped.